Hey, what is up, you sexy beast? GhostSickness Tristan here, and today I'm bringing you Ghostly Advice, a weekly advice series that I do on my channel. And the email, as always, is linked in the description below if you guys want to send me an email about any of the problems you have. But please don't say I like this girl and I'm worried about asking her out, because I have done over 80 Ghostly Advice. So I'll link the playlist in the description below. If you guys want to go check that out, browse through the titles, find what you need to find, and watch the appropriate episode. I've probably done it already. So it's getting harder and harder to find unique emails, but I found 3 today, and I think you guys will like them quite a bit. So I'm going to get right into it, guys. Dear Ghost Sickness, I'm ending up my 7th grade year, and I'm going to start my 8th grade year in September. My problem is that most girls in my grade think that I'm creepy and perverted. Most girls view me in the future as a creepy 40-year-old guy trying to get underage girls on shows like How to Catch a Predator. And it's even to the point where they block me on social media sites. To admit, I was very creepy. I was a very creepy kid in the 6th grade, but I changed completely now, and the girls, none of the girls seem to understand that. I do stuff that would impress girls. Like, I'm a pretty decent liar. That doesn't really impress girls, by the way. And I play guitar, and I'm starting a band, ironically, to impress girls. But all the girls view me as a creepy, lazy guy fantasizing about commending acts like pedophilia and voyeurism, which is basically like stalking, like watching girls undress through like windows and stuff. And I'm too shy to talk to them, mainly because I have a huge childhood fear of embarrassment that carried into my teen years. Is there any way you can help me stop girls from thinking this of me? I do plan on asking this girl out on the last day, but she's in France, and I don't know when she'll come back. So I don't know if she will come back. But anyway, bro, the kind of point I'm going to talk about in this Ghostly Advice email, why I chose it, is not the voyeurism and pedophilia and being like a really creepy guy. I mean, that's an interesting key point. However, why I picked this email is because I wanted to talk about preconceived notions. I wanted to talk about people thinking things of you that are just not true. I mean, simply just not true. And yeah, maybe it used to be true. And the problem is a lot of people, when it comes to other people, they make impressions, right? They get biased. They think one thing, and then they get preconceived notions, and they're like, okay, well, if this person was creepy then, they're obviously still creepy now. And then they just move on to their thoughts about other things, about fucking unicorns and what to wear and all this other shit that's really not important. So when it comes to people, though, a lot of the people will never change what they've always thought about you. You know, it's really, really hard to change that. And the thing I realized about changing shit like that is it's not important, all right? I'm just knocking shit over, breaking shit left and right. But it's just really not important. Whatever people think of you, as long as it doesn't negatively impact your life in more ways than just this, is not going to be a big deal. My advice would be to, you know, not fucking care, all right? These girls are going to think this of you no matter what you do. Just show them that you're not, and I would say stop lying. I mean, honestly, that's really not very impressive to put on, like, your resume or whatever. I'm a great liar. It's like, that's on a fucking resume. It's like, are you lying about that? Or, anyway, what's going on? So, what I would say is just, if you're trying to date girls from your school, and if that's a problem, maybe explain it to them individually on an individual basis, but just don't be creepy, don't be weird, and maybe that stigma will go away. No promises, though, because like I said, people are kind of stuck in their ways, and they'll think whatever they want about you, whatever they've been thinking for years and years and years. So what you're going to want to do is, if you want to find dates, definitely check other schools, okay? There's other schools where these girls don't know you, they don't know this about you, and it's whatever. And even if rumors about it pop up, you can just dispute them and just be like, whatever, dude, it's fine. I'm not creepy. I'm not weird. I'm not into voyeurism, which cracked me up that you used that word. And so that's what I would really say. You can't really change what they think of you. And don't worry about it too much. It doesn't matter, okay? As long as it doesn't impact your day-to-day life, you'll be fine. So just show them otherwise, but don't make this big public speech about it. And there's really nothing you can do. I'm sorry. Alright guys, sorry about that. I accidentally had the wrong email, so I'm going to get right into this one. Hey, let's start. My girlfriend is an amazing person, but she's had a really fucked up life. 1, her stepmom died of cancer. 2, she used to be suicidal. 3, when she was 7, she was raped, and she would always stop talking to me to calm herself down. I want to be with her, but I can't reassure myself into it because of this thought that she would commit suicide any minute. I'm really scared, and I don't know what to do. I really appreciate this. We're on Ghostly Advice, and I don't care at this point. But anyway, so bro, here's what I would say to you, and there's always a problem with dating girls or guys or whatever, people who are not ready to be in relationships, right? People who have gone through so much trauma and are still going through so much trauma, and they don't know how to deal with it, and they haven't come to terms with it, and you know, their life isn't where it should be at this point in time, and they're still resolving past conflicts instead of trying to spark a new love life, because obviously that takes priorities, you know, making sure you're emotionally stable and making sure you're doing well And so that's what really sucks about you getting into the situation. That's why I always advise people to say, look, if a girl's going through an insane depression and stuff like that and all this other stuff, and I advise not dating that girl just due to the fact that it'll most likely impact your relationship and it'll cause stuff like this and you to really worry and wonder if everything you do or anything you do could impact this girl's future choices, you know, cutting herself, killing herself, whatever. And that obviously dwells on you a lot. So I totally get that. And so what I would say to you is not necessarily to break up with her. I mean, if your relationship isn't working out, your relationship isn't working out. But if you do decide to break up with her, don't leave her, all right? Make sure that you're still there for her 100%. And maybe if you have to, if you're trying to like taper it off, then just start acting more like friends than a couple and eventually talk to her about it. You're like, look, I don't think it's the best idea for us to be dating right now. I really like you and you're really great and everything like that. But I don't think a physical relationship between us is the best idea. But I'm still here for you. I still want to be your best friend and I still want to stay here for you and with you and want to make sure you're okay and everything's going on. You can always talk to me. You can always do stuff like that. If you need anybody to talk to, I'm always here. But I just don't think we should be in a romantic, physical relationship. On top of that, I just don't think it's a great addition. And if anything goes wrong, I don't want to feel any blame or any part for your depression, for your suicide, or anything like that. So you really want to give her that kind of a speech if you are thinking about breaking up with her. It sounds like something that you are thinking about breaking up with her. Because if you're just her friend, you know, that weight is still going to be there, but it's not going to be on the same level, right? You don't want to fuck up. You're like, oh God, I can't break up with her now. She's going to kill herself. She's going to hurt herself. You're like, you don't want that, okay? You don't want to be trapped, not be able to break up with this girl if you really see that being fit. So really talk to her, tell her how it is, and decide what you want to do. Are you going to stay with her? Are you going to break up with her and still be with her? But bottom line is, either way, whatever you decide to do, still be there for this girl as best you can and try to level with her and make sure and do your best to make sure that she does not kill herself. Because I've talked to a lot of people about suicide, and not only you guys, but my actual friends in real life and stuff over the years. I'm used to this kind of thing. So if I were you, just be there for her no matter whatever you decide to do. So I hope that works out for you. So moving on to the last email for today. I have a question for Ghost Advice. So there's this girl and she likes me. I'll tell you guys why this is different. It's pretty interesting. She's pretty. She isn't that bad looking or anything. I really don't know if I like her a lot, but she smokes weed and I'm not really into that. I don't know what to do. Anything like this has ever happened to you? What did you do about it? What do you suggest I do? I'm not against smoking weed. I could care less. You mean you couldn't care less? But anyway, but I don't know how it would affect our relationship if we have one, and I'm pretty sure she's addicted, so I don't see her stopping anytime soon. So here's what you need to understand, and I think you already do understand this, is it's not your business, right? I mean, yes, you're absolutely correct. It could impact your relationship. Let's say you're with this girl and she smokes weed 24/7. That's all she really does. You know, she comes home, smokes, she does this, smokes, and she's high all the time. What the hell are you guys going to do together if all she's doing is smoking and you're just kind of sitting there? And it's going to be really, really awkward for you to not smoke when you're around this girl. Now, if you do want to smoke, then smoke with her. See how that is. See how you guys get along. See how you like it. But if you don't want to smoke, then absolutely do not do that. And if you're totally against it, then I say stick to your own moral code. And this could literally be a breaker for you. This could literally be, and not that you're even with this girl or anything like that. I suggest asking these kind of questions if you're actually with the girl, but I totally understand the reason to ask these questions before you get in a relationship. Like, I usually ask questions about a girl's like religion and stuff like that, the way she feels about sex, and everything like that before I get in a relationship with her, so I know we're on the same page, if that makes sense. So, yeah, so when it comes to this weed kind of thing, dude, if you don't want to smoke, don't smoke. It's plain and simple, but it absolutely could cause problems in your relationship, and that's really up to what you and her decide to do. So if you want to ask this girl out and if you want to date her, then I say go ahead, but just know that you guys probably aren't going to be doing this together, and if she's going to do it, you're going to be kind of left out, and obviously that could cause problems with it. So if you do like her and if she does like you, I say talk about it, man. Talk about it with this girl and say, hey, look, you know, I'm not really into smoking weed, but I know you are, and that's totally fine, because don't date this girl to change this girl, all right? Vice versa. You don't want her, you know, to start dating her and it's like, oh my god, you should quit, you should quit, you should quit. Like, that's not what she wants to hear from her fucking boyfriend, right? If she wants to smoke weed, she's gonna smoke weed, bottom line. And there's nothing you can do about it, nothing you should do about it, in my opinion. So I say just talk to her about it. If you guys both like each other, maybe you can work something out, and maybe you guys can figure out how to date, and she can still smoke weed and you can still not smoke weed, or you guys can both smoke weed occasionally but not all the time, or do whatever. I really hope this works out for you guys. So I hope you did enjoy this episode of Ghost Advice. Do not forget to smash that fucking like button. Let's see if we can smash 600 likes on this video, and remember the fact that I love you. Hope you guys enjoyed these emails. Bye.